Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. How are you doing? How's your family doing? I bet some of the grown-ups in your house are feeling a little bit stressed these days, right? Maybe you could give them a few extra hugs, or even do your homework without complaining. Can you be good helpers? So, do you remember my last children's sermon when I talked about Jesus appearing to his friends in the upstairs room where they had been hiding after Easter? What I didn't mention was that one of the disciples wasn't there, a man called Thomas. The Bible doesn't say where he had gone. Did he go to the market to get some more bread or fish, or who knows? In any case, when he came back, the other disciples told him that they had seen Jesus and that he was alive. But Thomas flat out said he didn't believe it, and no matter what they said, he wouldn't believe it until he had seen Jesus with his very own eyes. Are there things that we find it hard to believe without seeing them ourselves? Probably. Let me show you a science demonstration. I am going to mix two liquids and then separate them without touching them. Do you believe I can do that? Or do you need to see it in order to believe it? Let's find out. So, here's the experiment. First, I have a jar with a lid, and I've got about a half a cup of water in here, right? And to make this easier to see, I'm going to color the water. I'm using some green food coloring, but you could use watercolors, anything. Yep, I've stirred it up now, and now my water is a bright green. Now I'm going to add some vegetable oil to my jar, about the same amount as the water. Can you see the green water on the bottom and the oil on the top? Now, I'm going to screw the lid on the jar, and I'm going to shake it up. Now, if you do this at home, make sure your lid is on tight before you start shaking, okay? So now what do we see? Oh, it's all green now, right? The green water and the oil are all mixed together, right? So now I'm just going to set this down and let's see what happens. Do you think Jesus' friend Thomas would need to see this before he would believe I could do it? What do you think? Oh, look. I'm not touching it. But look, the two liquids are separating again. The green on the bottom is getting green, and the oil on the top is coming back. Why do you think this happens? Maybe you can, do you know? Maybe you can look it up on your computer this week and find out. If you do, email Pastor HT. Remember, Thomas refused to believe that Jesus was alive unless he saw him himself, no matter how many times Peter, James, John, or Andrew, or the others insisted that it was true. In fact, Thomas said he wouldn't believe it unless he could touch the holes in Jesus' hands where the soldiers had nailed him to the cross. So what do you think happened next? You're right. 8 days later, Jesus suddenly appeared in the upstairs room again, and he said to Thomas, "Thomas, put your fingers here. See the holes?" And Thomas blurted out, "My Lord and my God." Thomas was now able to believe because just like the other disciples, he had seen himself that Jesus was alive. So what about us? We can't see Jesus with our eyes right now because Jesus has gone back to heaven. However, we now know about Jesus because of what those disciples did. That important job that Jesus asked them to do, Jesus told them to tell other people. And those people then told other people who told other people. And some of those people who heard wrote things down. And those became the books and letters in the New Testament part of the Bible that tell us about Jesus. So we believe because they first believed. And one of our jobs is to pass it on, to pass on that Jesus loves us. And just like Pastor Becky always says at the end of church, Jesus is crazy about you. He loves you and knows you and is always there to listen to you when you talk to him. So, see you again soon. Be good helpers. I miss you. Bye-bye.